Hi there. Do you have KV Core or are considering using KV Core as your CRM and not sure where to start? Well, I have 5 spots where you need to go in order to start generating leads right away. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Do you have access to KV Core or maybe perhaps considering using it as your CRM, but a little overwhelmed as to where to start? Well, I have 5 spots you need to be focusing on right now in order to start generating those leads. So let me go first off. First, we're going to go over here to the web section, web and IDX, and we're going to scooch over to website manager. Now, with every KV Core site, you get your own website, and this is my URL for my KV Core website right here. You can get that changed by paying a bit of money to KV Core and getting your own personalized domain name, and here you have an opportunity to go in and change your settings, upload your photo, your bio, make sure all your links are okay for your social media. But that's not really where I want to get you to focus. But of course, do that first. But the main area where you want to make sure you have up and going, start generating those leads right away, is the service areas here. So just click on that and you will see you can choose the areas that you will get searched for. So here you just plug it in. Kentville, I think I saw Nova Scotia. Anyway, so yeah, so it will come down, drop down, and you'll just choose it. Make sure it's for Nova Scotia, and you'll probably see 2 options, one for neighborhood, one for city. So I chose both. But right here, you have the opportunity to put in keywords. So if somebody's looking at moving to Wolfville or moving to Annapolis, that sort of thing, you want to make sure you have those keywords, and not just the city name, but things like Wolfville, Acadia University. You might want to put that in as a keyword. Stuff that people may associate with that area that they're looking to see properties on. So put in those keywords, make sure you have the display text in there. Yeah, so that's really key when setting up your website through KV Core. So there's other things you can do with your website. You can add a blog, which I recommend for SEO purposes, and you can add certain widgets. So the widgets are the little push buttons, call to actions that you can put on your screen, such as a mortgage calculator, home evaluation buttons, anything like that. You can add some extra widgets here. You can also create your own widget as well if you have that know-how. And this one here, embed, this is where you can take some code and put it onto your directly onto your WordPress site if you want to have the search, the KV Core search, come right up on your other website. So just a few things there, lots of options. You can also have KV Core trick it out and at various levels, either like a do-it-yourself kind of guidance or a whole tricked out website through KV Core. So lots of options there. Next, I'm going to take you up to Smart CRM. Now, this CRM does so much. If you can really work it, it will just be an awesome way to generate leads. Now, if you're just coming into KV Core and you have a current database, of course you would export and import that via a CSV file. Now, there is a template that KV Core will give you as far as what categories you should have your CSV file organized in order for it to import properly into KV Core. And they can work with you and they can actually do it for you if you want. Now, the key thing is when you're importing your database, is you want to make sure, and I did this by just uploading certain CSVs separately, and then I just had them bulk import the whole CSV file under like certain hashtags or categories. So like if I had a bunch of like my buyer CSV, I just had them all imported as buyers. And then I did specific hashtags for those buyers, such as newsletter buyers. So it was a little bit easier to where I could just put one hashtag for those group of CSV clients so on that database. So it was just a little bit easier to kind of have them bulk import with the proper hashtag as opposed to going and inputting the hashtags individually once they were in the Smart CRM. So, but hashtags are going to be your friends, and I'll explain that a little bit further. But so once your database is into the CRM here, they will be categorized, new lead, seller, closed lead, active lead, that sort of thing. I'm just going to plug in and give you an idea here. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So this is a client here, and she doesn't live in Buenos Aires, but pretty close. Wouldn't that be nice? So your contact's going to come in like this, and you want to make sure, first of all, that you have a first name and last name for them, because when you send out an email to them and you want to insert a salutation, you want that salutation to be accurate, not like Dear Dawn versus Dear Dawn Moves NS at Gmail, because that just knows, they can tell it's a bot that way. So you want to make sure the name is input correctly, and you want to go down here and make sure your hashtags are accurate. So if you got that lead by a Facebook campaign for lakefront properties, then you want to make sure you have in there hashtag lakefront, so that in the future when you see a good lakefront property, you can send that out to that person right away just by searching in your database, hey, give me all the hashtags that have lakefront. So that's the beauty and the key with hashtags. And also if you want to send out newsletters, you can do one for buyers or sellers, but all you have to do is search your database for that hashtag newsletter buyers. So it's a real amazing tool that really helps you stay on top of your database and making contacts. So make sure your hashtags are okay. And then what I do is I go over here and I make sure they have a campaign running. Now sometimes they'll come into your database and they'll automatically be triggered with a certain campaign, and I can talk more about that in another video, but so there's certain campaigns that you can have them set up, and you can design your own campaign. This is one of my own where I kind of tweak some of the emails and put some of my own lead magnet information into the campaign that I started. So they're really easy to edit and manipulate and change around, and I can do that in another video as well. So you want to make sure they have a campaign going, and then also you want to set up a search alert. So here you would go and I usually set up a search alert via a map. Now you could put in the county, like if they're searching in Kentville or Halifax, whatever, you can do that, but I find it's more accurate to use just drawing an area, because I don't necessarily find the location geodata is that accurate when it comes to plugging in those neighborhoods. I find using this graphic drawing tool works best as far as accuracy. So I just do that, apply selection, and then you can put in how often you want them to receive those notifications, what type of property they want. You can put in price range, but I usually leave it quite open because, again, I don't find some of the fields jive very well with some of the Nova Scotia Real Estate Association fields, so sometimes it's better just to leave it open. Like some of these, we don't have a adult 55 category or anything like that. So, and as far as if you want to look for something with waterfront, I go down here and add a keyword. So I do waterfront there. It seems to give me more accurate search. So, and then you can do water access, that sort of thing. So then you, move me out of the way there. You can set it, and then they'll just get all the new ones, or you can save and send immediately. So if I go save and send immediately, it will bring me up to this oh, it just sent it right to them. Sometimes you can just hit the email results as well, and I usually like to, add something a little more personable in there, just to know that I know what they're looking for. Like, these are great lakefront listings on Great Lakes or something like that. So that's that. So make sure you have an alert set up. Make sure you have their data in there and the hashtags, but you can also go in here and add birthdays and anniversaries of their purchase dates as well, and that will come up as reminders to you. So yes, so that's it for the CRM and setting up alerts and that sort of thing. So that would be the third tip right there. My other tip, number 4, would be squeeze pages right here under lead engine, sorry. There's multiple lead engines here. It's landing page, squeeze page, call, and text capture, that sort of thing. But I'm gonna show you the lead page. This is probably the easiest way to get leads through KV Core, get you off and running, is to do these squeeze pages, a multi-property squeeze page specifically. So you can go right here, and again, I usually draw an area on the map. And I take this, oh, come on now, oh, draw area. Oh, it's not working. There we go. Okay, so take this area. You can really zoom in and really make it a specific neighborhood. Boom. Apply a selection, and you put the single home family, that sort of thing. You can add condos, you can have whatever you want. If they're looking for something in a specific area, you can add whatever type of property they're looking for. You can add price range. If you want to really niche down on like waterfront properties, you could go down here and where is it? Water. There. I do that. But then I would change my draw my paragon or whatever just to show like certain area of waterfront. And then I'd go up here, and if I am posting this squeeze page on Facebook, then I put the source there. Or if I'm posting it on my own website, I'd put that it's from my website there. And then here I do the hashtags. Now, if I was just doing a specific type of property, like Annapolis Valley Oceanfront, that's what I put for a hashtag. Or if I also want to add in there like newsletter hashtag as well, because I want all my folks to have newsletter as a hashtag. So I'd put a couple hashtags there so that when I go back looking for all these potential leads, then I know, okay, I have a good oceanfront property here. Let me search my hashtags and send it out to that group of people. Then you can choose a listing photo. And this one here, this triggers them to have to register. So you can do it immediately, but I usually like to leave it at 2, just to not, sometimes people get ticked off when they're forced to register right away. So I let them have a look or two before they're forced to register. Now, if it was for a specific property, like that you really wanted to generate leads on, then you might want to put that to 1. But now, then all you do is generate link. And this is what you put right there. Copy that link, put that in your Facebook ad campaign, put it in your Google ad, whatever, or put it on your WordPress site as an area that you've defined. I'll show you right over here. Like I go in my neighborhoods, I have a certain section, like I have all these links. Excuse me, probably make you seasick there. I have, oh, I'm right past it. Sorry, I'm scrolling too fast. Right there. So I have, these are all squeeze page links. So it's just a kind of a done for you search for those, for anybody coming to that Bedford page. So those are squeeze pages. You can also do a single page squeeze, seller squeeze, where you put in a certain area and you can promote that on Facebook, or you have specific market reports that you can generate and send out. So my last tip, number 5, would be stay on top of your dashboard. So any new leads will come in here. See, like this one came in. So I would go into that person and I would double check the hashtag, make sure their name is input, make sure alert is set up for them, and make sure they're on a campaign. So always go in every day, check out your dashboard, see that everybody's set up okay. So the other wonderful thing about KV Core is that you can see on your dashboard how often somebody in your CRM has been looking at certain properties. So it's the whole AI behavioral tracking. It's amazing. So you can see how often your client is looking at a certain property, and it gives you a chance to reach out to them and say, hey, let's go out for some showings, that sort of thing. So it's really awesome. So you should be checking that every day and staying on top of your dashboards. And yeah, I'll go into more detail in some other videos as far as campaigns and your web page, that sort of thing. Or if there's anything else you want to see me give you some tips on with KV Core, be sure to comment below. I'd be happy to help. Take care.